A delegation of 11 members from the European Union, led by the Deputy EU Ambassador to Uganda, Guillaume Chatun, was received by authorities from South Sudan, Uganda and DR Congo. They were in the district to be briefed about the status of refugees in the region.
Under trade, as Koboko, we have the potential, but we lack the capacity to develop. Earlier you said we have the industrial park, which is very vast, but we have not put an investment there. Our dream is to have a well-established hub.
The purpose of the engagement was to ascertain the level of bilateral engagement in the three countries, opportunities on employment and trade, and interventions needed.
We want there to be a place where we have refugees, poverty, lack of social services. But thanks to your engagement, thanks to the support of the partners, the funding provided by the EU and the member states. But first of all, thanks to your leadership, because you can have all these partners, but if there is no leadership.
With the current ongoing tension in South Sudan, Uganda authorities confirmed that over 400 refugees have crossed Uganda and received at Kerry Reception Center.
Just that number of refugees that are known by Office of Prime Minister is around 6,029. These are the refugees that are known by OPM. But we look at the self-settled refugees within the urban setup are over 25,000. Now when you go to those who are within Koboko district, in the sub-counties of the districts, are close to over 30 to 40,000 refugees who are self-settled. Because of this number, if you add together, it has a aggressive impact in terms of service delivery. Just why you're able to see congestion in the primary schools, you also see congestion in the health facilities, and even in water points. So it has a great impact because this number needs to be satisfied with the number of service delivery. Aware of the fact that we are operating below the standard of the national level. In the water, you had the presentation, we are operating below the standard.
I think we can hold even more than 1 million refugees. It depends on the commitment of the landlords to give more land and for donors to provide the necessary support to provide infrastructure, for social services, for water, for roads, and of course ensure that the host community also are supported.
The team later proceeded to the border posts at Raba, Salia Musala and Kerry Reception Centers to check the capacities of these countries.
We have requested that the funding should now be extended to Koraba Town Council and Kiri Town Council because Koboko district has 3 urban areas: Koboko Municipality, Kiri Town Council, and Oraba Town Council. According to Solomon Osakan, the refugee desk officer for West Nile, over 2,000 new more entrants of refugees have been received ever since January to March this year, and these have been transferred to the different settlements within the region.
In the last 3 months in our chair reception center, we have received about 1,800 plus in VP refugees reception center, 1,800 new arrivals. People continue to come in small numbers, but on the other side of Elegu and Nimule, I think the numbers seem to be more. And when they check, they find that these were people who are already.
Whereas officials from Office of Prime Minister argue that the region has capacity to accommodate over 1 million refugees, local leaders say much pressure has been exerted on the field resources.
The people classroom ratio is very high, people toilet ratio is very high, people desk ratio is very high. Is the reason we are saying strategically, let's decongest Koboko municipality.
Currently, there's ongoing discussion by partners to reduce donor funding to refugees, something which is making local leaders uncomfortable. As of recent data, Uganda hosts over 1.7 million refugees and asylum seekers, with the majority originating from South Sudan and Democratic Republic of Congo. Out of this figure, 900,000 refugees are being hosted in West Nile across 28 refugee holding centers. Rashula Did, NTV News.